One small mistake on your proof of service form can cause your small claims case to be dismissed. Just make sure that doesn't happen to you. I'm Lance, a licensed private investigator and process server for over 25 years, and I've completed more than 1,000 small claims proof of service forms. And I help new process servers learn how to do this job the right way. In this video, I'll walk you through every section of the small claims proof of service form, also known as the SC-104, step by step. By the end, you'll know exactly how to fill it out correctly and avoid common mistakes. So this is the form right here, and we're going to go through it step by step so you can see what it takes to complete this form. So when you are serving people, a SC-104 is usually a process server, an independent person is going to serve the documents for you. And they're serving a small claims form, which is the SC-100, plaintiff's claim in order to go to small claims court. Now, you can't serve your own documents. Another party has to do it. But then let's just say somebody had you serve it, or you're becoming a process server and you want to learn how to serve documents, and you have to fill out this specific form. So different types of documents have different proof of service forms attached to it. So the SC-104 is for small claims in California. And we can read it. This form is to serve a person, a business, or a public entity. Okay, if you want to learn about what it is, they've got a online form that talks about it. And then the SC-104B is another form that you would fill out, or an SC-104C. So to serve a business, you must serve one of the following people: an owner, a partner, or any officer or general manager, or any person authorized for service, which is like a registered agent. Okay, and to serve a public entity, you must file a claim with that entity, then serve one of the following people: either the clerk, the chief, or any person authorized for service of the entity. Okay, so the boxes that are important on because there's 2 pages to this SC-104. You've got the court information right here. You've got the case number. You've got the case name, the hearing date, and the hearing time, and the department. Then you've got box number 1 is if you're serving a person, write the person's name below. If you're serving a business entity like Meta or Airbnb, this is where you'd put their agent for service or process. So you put the entity that you're serving, the agent name right there, and the fact that they're an agent. And then a server has to be 18 years old and not named in the case. Give you a copy of all the documents checked in number 3 to the person in number 1. Okay. And then number 3 lists the documents that are being served. You have an SC-100, which is the plaintiff's claim in order to go to small claims court. You have a SC-120, which is a defendant's claim in order to go to small claims court. You have an order for examination that you would fill this out. You have a SC-134 application to produce statement of assets and examination. And you've got the AT-138 application order for appearance and examination. And then you've got others. So sometimes you may have a case where, because of COVID, you don't go to court. You can go, it's like through Zoom, and there's a form or something. So you would list those different forms on there. Okay, and then you've got page 2. You're always going to put the case name at the top up here and the case number. And then you've got fill out A or B. So you have personal service or substituted service. Personal service is where you serve the person directly, that's listed on the paperwork. Substituted service is when you're serving somebody else the documents, but it's not the person specifically. So what you'll do is you give copies to N3, A, B, or D to check 1, a competent adult, at least 18 at the home of the person, or an adult who seems to be in charge where the person works, or an adult who seems to be in charge where the person receives mail. Then you have to put the date and time that you gave it to that person at that address, and then you give the name or the description of the person, and then you're going to mail another copy to the person at that address. And then you have to fill that part out, and then you got the server's information, the fee, your registration number, the date, and your signature. So that's the proof of service form summary. We're going to go into it in depth here momentarily. If you want to learn how to become a process server, download my free ebook, How to Become a Process Server. You'll find the link in the description. First thing I do when I'm doing an SC-104 proof of service form is I put the court information here. So you put the county. So I'm in Sacramento County. And then I'll put the address. 123 Fake Street, Sacramento, California, 95883. Fake. This is fake information. And then the case number. When you file your SC-100, they're going to give you a case number. So this is where you put the case number. So you're putting, let's say, SC fake case number. And then the case name. Let's just say a person is suing Airbnb. So Smith versus Airbnb. Hearing date, let's just say it's 11/15/2025. Time, let's say 1 p.m. And department, let's just say 1B. So this is what you put. This is the court information. The court name, the case number, the case name. Let me Airbnb. And then you're going to put the person authorized for service. So being that this is, and we're suing Airbnb and not a person, because you'd put a person's name here if you're putting a person's name. So it would be a person's name if you're serving a person. But we're serving a business entity, so we're going to put the entity name here. And then the agent for service or process, it keeps auto-correcting, but that's what it does. So just ignore that. But you would put the agency name there. And then the person authorized for service, it's a registered agent. And so Airbnb's registered agent is CSC Lawyers. And then there'll be a person there, so I always put who I gave it to. Let's just say Becky to George, and then I put agent as the person's job title. H-E-T. Okay, and then they were served an SC-100, plaintiff's claim in order to go to small claims court. There, that goes there. So the next thing what we would do is it doesn't auto-populate the case name and number on this form when you do it online, so you have to print it and write it out. But that's okay. So you print it and write it out. So being that we serve the documents, we're going to click personal service. So let's say we serve them today, 10/4/2025. And let's say we did it at 1:15 p.m. And you have to put the address that you served it at, 2710. And it's going to be Sacramento. Okay. So we're not going to do substituted service because we served an actual person. We didn't substitute service. So we don't fill any of that part out. So now you have to list your name. So this is the server's information. So you would put your name there and your phone number. 916-555-1111. And then you put your address. and then the fee for service, and then you put your county or registration, and then your registration number, and then you put the date. So we'll put today's date, which is the date that we signed it, and then put your name here, and then you print this form and then you sign it. I always sign mine in blue ink. So that the court knows that that proof of service form is not a copy, because lots of courts don't accept copies. They want originals. So I sign mine in blue ink. So that's how you fill out the SC-104 proof of service form for a small claims case. If you're ready to take your skills further, sign up for my online process server training course. I'll teach you how to serve the right first person, how to fill out the paperwork correctly, and how to handle real-world service situations. The link for the course is in the video description. Make sure you subscribe to my channel for more process server training videos like this one.